Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's reading is going to be Who Wants to Jingle Your Bells? It's basically somebody who you may have around you at the moment or may be coming towards you in the near future, and see if whether you can recognise them or they feel familiar. I've been running around the house trying to get pictures for you or anything that was a bit more seasonal, but failing, I think. I've got these three choices for you. The first choice is the Santa picture for number one. The second choice looks like King Kong for number two. I know that's not seasonal, but that's the best I could get. And choice number three is Fingerprint Robins. Can you see that? Yeah, for number three. Yeah. Okay, so if you want to take your choice, and then we'll get going to see who wants to jingle your bells. Oh, okay. Right. Who wants to jingle your bells this Christmas, this festive season? Is somebody who's a shocker. This is somebody who doesn't play around with politeness. This is somebody that says what they're thinking. This person makes waves. You've got the 10 of air and Aries for them. The 10 of air is the 10 of swords, which are ending situations. Aries is the same shocking type feeling of being a bit of a wrecking ball, really, in some way. Not so much in a negative way that they destroy situations, but this isn't somebody who's brought up on politeness or not in a bad way, but more in a way of say what you're thinking. You've got the Three of Pentacles, the Emperor card, and the Justice card here. So to me, that feels like somebody who is good in a position that of authority, because they has an Aries feeling here of somebody that possibly does what they're thinking and says what they're doing, and does what they're thinking and says what they're doing, that type of thing. Somebody who is straight. Somebody who it works well in a work situation when it comes to relationships, unless you have Pluto or fire in you, that you may feel like they are too direct or too much to the point. If you've got fire or Pluto, you're going to love it. You've got here how they communicate, the Tower card here. This may be a revelation of somebody you find attractive already, where it actually all comes out, maybe at some sort of, Christmas party or some sort of event that I don't think this person needs to relax to be able to reveal what they're thinking, and they don't particularly tiptoe through life to think that they're only going to reveal those things that will be pleasant, is what I'm trying to say. Very strong, very potent, very much a case of I don't mind putting my foot in it as long as I get across what's going on. I was watching a video last night actually about a man who was saying that it's best to be your true self even if you get slated for it, because otherwise you have nowhere else to go. And I can understand that, and this person would live by that. Right, let's go a little bit more in here. Let's go a little bit more in here. What does that mean? Okay, this is changing slightly. It's got a bit more of a softer edge to it. I'm not going to retrack on any of this because it's still there, because you've got strong cards here. With regards to how this person communicates, or how they actually flirt with you, or how they actually play with you, if it's not that type of relationship, it is open and it's confident. I can't speak today, excuse me. Confidently expressive. This is like somebody that marches into a room and you know them already, and they say, I know you're attracted to me. I'm incredibly attracted to you. You're absolutely gorgeous. What we're going to do about it? So this may be somebody, this has got to have some fire in it, or strong Pluto, because it's a shocker. The way that they communicate will take you aback. So whether this has got something to do with I don't say party poppers then, I didn't actually mean that. Something to do with a party situation where people are a little bit more open. I don't think so, because of the beginning of this card. The beginning of this spread. Oh my God, should I start again? Oh, right, next one. Let's keep going, and then I'll pull it all together. Wow, this is all a changing. Their job, or what they do for a living, how they get paid, has a softer edge to it. So this may be somebody who has a cutthroat job in some way, or it's hard, but has what I guess a caring, this is getting a little bit sweeter, a sweeter underlay here, not like a carpet underlay, to what they actually do, which is a difficult thing to describe. This is what it sounds like. I don't know if you've seen the George Clooney film where he flies around the world and he sacks people, but then he grows what I guess is a conscience, or you can see the development of his emotions as the film goes on. So there may be this type of feeling in it. It could be somebody who works with difficult situations, like as I just mentioned, but maybe difficult adults, or difficult children, or people in times of crisis. But they've got what I guess is that feeling of what almost feels like social work in some way, of they do it because that's who they are, not because they are unfeeling or straight or uncaring. They do it because life needs toughness at times, even when you've got a gentle personality. This is a nice feeling. This person is coming across to me now in a totally different light of this person's straight because they know it's the best way to get the best things done in the world. They are cutthroat because they haven't got time to fan you around with small things. They're attracted to you because they're attracted to you. And this person, I think, is going to let you know in a way that you will not mistake what they're saying. This is not somebody who beats around the bush. I've been watching, and I've said this a couple of times because I get slightly obsessed with things I watch. I've been watching Mr. In Between. It has that feeling about it, that somebody who will say it straight. And I even looked at the guy's chart, which I will do actually, and it's all earth, and it's that type of, so what, I'm thinking it, that's it, that type of feeling, which you can get with earth, which isn't as fervent as fire, but it's there. This person is just going to jingle your bells because they just are going to shake you up big time with the Tower card, with the communication. They're going to come over to you or say something to you that is so straight that you won't be able to reply for a couple of seconds later than normal. And this is a good person. This is somebody who has decided, I guess, or maybe natural disposition. You get this type of person whose parents are, this is what I've seen. May not be so with you, but this is what I've seen with people with these type of personalities. They tend to come from very sort of get up and get it done type of parenting. Parents may travel a lot. I've seen this with people whose parents have like set up schools for underprivileged children, or like foster care type of schooling, or I've seen it as well with parents who let the child run free very early on and they push the child to make the best themselves. There's not like sit back on your emotions too much. So this person's emotions are displayed in what they can do for people rather than how they can relate, or how they can relax in people's company or make other people feel good. It's like, I don't care whether you feel good, can I help you type of feeling in this pile pack that is together, which has got what I feel is a magnificent edge to it, because I think that this person hasn't got time for, oh, I saw you and you were wearing this and you look fantastic. It's like, look, I'm really attracted to you. What we're going to do about it? So that certainly will jingle your bells. Let's have a look what's coming next, which is, I can't read my own writing. Yeah, I think I know what that one is. Okay, you've got, how are they going to show you here? You've got cards like, please don't take this the wrong way. It's got, because it could be quite sexual. You've got cards here that I guess are slight, okay, not so fast. And then you've got here, well, never mind, let's go on with it. Because you've got the Lovers and the Tower card. To be very straight, as this pile is, the Lovers is a sexual encounter. The Tower card could be... finishing it off. I couldn't quite do it. I never know whether words get picked up and like this will get put into some sort of YouTube bin. You've got somebody who's going to jingle your bells here is really going to jingle your bells. This is like to me it feels like, you know, when you're quite young and you're really attracted to somebody and it all kicks off and it's all moving, all going, and it's very full on. And it's very sexual and it's very attractive. It's straight, it's in your face, this one. This is somebody who has an attractive personality if you like straight up. If you like people that are confident, if you're drawn to people who say what they're thinking, so things don't get complicated. And this may be with the Emperor. This type of personality tends to be a boss figure or somebody, because they are happy to take on responsibility. They're happy to take the rap if things go wrong. It's not a wallflower who timidly stands behind somebody in case life gets difficult and they feel uncomfortable for a few days. It's like, tell me what's going on, I can deal with it type of person, which has plutonic fire feel about it, especially with regards to the communication. And the best way to act with this person if they come up to you, if you're attracted to them, is probably, because there is a bit of a, I'm going to back you back a bit. You've got to know what you want with this person and be incredibly straight back. But I've got a funny feeling here, this is going to go somewhere where it almost gets very sort of passionate very quickly. So if you're not keen on this type of person, you need to be totally straight. Because this isn't somebody, and that's what I mean, I don't take this as the wrong answer because it's not somebody who forces himself on you, but it's like somebody who would expect you to be as straight as they are. And it will be very short flattery. The Sun card there is open again with this feeling of being with the Tower card, the Ten of Air, and the Aries card. It's like straightforward. This is what I feel for you. This is how you make me feel. And it's going to be complimentary, but it's going to be very open, very clear, very much based on how you look physically. Has got a very Aries feel to it, and the Emperor in there. But this card is not like selfish, or they probably are actually selfish, to be honest, but it's not. It's because excuse me, the Cup cards here give it a feeling of there's more behind this. So it would be interesting to know what this person's passions are, where, apart from you, where else their passions go, because that may give you a different flavour. But this is, as I said before, just to wrap this up, the person that's going to jingle your bells is somebody who is sexual and straightforward. If you want that, if you're ready for it, if that's what you're looking for, you're going to have the best festive season ever. But if not, you need to be straight up. So, oh my gosh, okay, I'm going to leave that there. Pile number one. That's a festive, that's not actually very festive, that's just very straightforward. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye. The person I think that's going to jingle your bells this season is going to be somebody who, well done for picking King Kong, somebody who is warm, who is playful, who is sweet-natured, who's funny, somebody who likes to flirt, somebody who is good at flirting, somebody that makes you laugh. This will be somebody who will be able to attach to you with, in some way to do with your childhood or your upbringing or what makes you feel comfortable. So I guess with this feeling here, I've got a feeling of Leo, Gemini and Cancer going on here. So that combination to me, with regards to where these cards are placed, they will come across as quite confident. They will come across as incredibly playful. This is somebody that will flirt big time, and somebody who will be able to, it's like charm the pants of anybody, because they've got the wit to start it off and the warmth to keep it going, without feeling like you're being bamboozled in any way or played in any way. It's like everybody wants to be with this person at the dinner table at Christmas or whatever you celebrate, or if it's just a meal, it's like everybody wants to sit next to this person because they're fun, they're light-hearted, and they enjoy falling in love. And this person is able to, you'll know this person by the way that they talk to you about something that either it's your home country or your family, or something that you find comforting, or that you both have something in common. That is, it's like going back to something that makes you feel stable or loved or calm or at home. It could be food. You could actually meet this person at a meal. It's like two people sat next to each other and they're just chatting and it keeps going. It reminds me, I spoke to a friend yesterday I haven't seen for a while, and she was saying that I hadn't seen her child for a while either. Oh, I haven't seen her child at all, and I hadn't seen her husband at all. And they met at the Brit Awards, and there was somebody playing on stage, and he was saying to her, they were JLS, and he was going, don't you know who they are? And she's like, no, I've never heard of them. And he was asking her, what do you do? And so the music just shut off as she shouted out, I'm a potter. And it was just totally quiet, and she's shouting that out. Anyway, they got married and had a child. There is that feeling that you are discussing things that make you feel, or that you share, or that you have in common, and you're at a meal or at a do, sat next to them, and this person is easy to talk to. Laughing, joking, drinking, thinking, and this person's trying to make you feel comfortable. There's a lot of communication going on here. And the Eris in the air here is, to me, made me think of the shouting out bit of like, I'm a potter, but it's like something that breaks or something that shocks, and it's got to do with words or communication. So it could even be that you're sat on your own and this person breaks the silence or starts off the conversation, but to me it feels as if they start it off in a way that's shocking or funny with the Aries card there. Or it could be something that's dropped in, as I said earlier. But that's what I've got to begin with here. Warm, open, funny, friendly, and you connect on something that's familiar to the pair of you. Right. Let's go for some more. Okay, this feels like there's a lot of talking going on in Who's Going to Jingle Your Bells. The Star card and the Knight of Swords here, it's like, and the fact that you're familiar about something together, you're sharing something. There's a lot of talking that goes on, probably building up to this, getting to know this person better. It's like you share ideals and you're talking about them, and it's like you just engross with each other, and it feels like that airy feeling of being taken away by ideals, where this can go next, what sparks in your mind, what makes it feel like this. I can't really think of the words. The Star and the Knight of Swords is being stimulated mentally and projecting forwards. So the Ten of Pentacles here is you're both kicking off about something that you share or that you have in common. And this person is warm and open and there's laughing and it feels like fun. Right. Let's have a look what they do. Okay, your person works in a company, I think, with the Hierophant and the High Priestess. The things I'm thinking here, the Hierophant is a business, the High Priestess is dreamy, sleepy. So this person could, this will be very specific, they could work in a company that either deals with medicines, or they're a doctor, or they work with sleep in some way. With the Hierophant and the High Priestess, also you could have a 12th house feel, like hospitals, something creative, drugs, dreams, fantasy, film, directing, books, something otherworldly, maybe even the internet in some way, because sometimes it doesn't feel real. TV. Let's flip it the other way, because if you've got the High Priestess, sorry, I'm actually going through these cards, you might actually be interested or not. If you flip it the other way, let's just say we're looking at this person's job. If you're learning tarot yourself, this might help you to see me muddle through these. The High Priestess first, and then the Hierophant. So the High Priestess is a bit like gas, isn't it? Or at least water. It's seeping through and it's not contained. It's interesting you've got these two together, then something contains it. So you could have somebody who structures something that is basically needs to be structured. So this could be structure. Okay, lots of ideas. There's a feeling here that this person could be a lecturer with regards to artistic ideas. So they structure them to be able to deliver them. They could be it feels like something that organises ideas that are difficult to control or maintain, like a creative writer. Or, oh my gosh, help me out. What do you think? What would you put? Please write in the comments below, because I find this interesting. This person's job, the High Priestess and the Hierophant, are great cards to have because they're complete opposites to me. One's boundaries and one is no boundaries. One's to do with creativity and flow and psychic and dreamlike and otherworldly, and one's to do with understanding without maybe being able to receive a message and structure it in some way to deliver it. So lecturers, teachers, creative types, people that work in business in any form, I suppose, have to structure things, especially if they're at the top, to be able to pass it down. Film. Yeah, well, I'm not going to carry on with that if you can see those. But that is what I've got. So I don't know if their job has that process, whatever their job is. Oh my gosh, I want to look at those even more. It depends which one you look at first. Anyway, I'm going to forget the rest of the cards. What I've got so far is who wants to jingle your bells is somebody who's articulate, good at communicating. Somebody who one of you may say something that's shocking that you may laugh at. There's a feeling of fun here. There's a feeling of easy to talk to, words exchange, warm feeling between the pair of you, a gentleness, a kindness, but most of all a feeling of frivolity in this. You're able to communicate or identify with each other, which has got something to do with based on past experiences or connections. Maybe you come from the same area, maybe you went to the same school, maybe you just share the same interests. What you're doing is talking and chatting, a lot of talking in here, and trying to project forwards. Their job may have something to do with what I've discussed already. I won't go back into that. With regards to where this is going to go, let's have a look. Okay, I think you're going to leave, well, it does feel like a night out, to be honest here. This situation, feeling like the cat that's got the cream, really full of yourself, enjoyed the time, but I think it's going to be difficult to get hold of this person again. If there was any advice to be had in this, I would say, without getting a card out, but I will. And then I will tell you what I was going to say. The Devil card here is almost like you need to make sure, it feels like a Snoopy feeling here, because I was going to say make sure you get this person's details, number. If you want to see this person again, they will slip away very easily unless you actually find out who they are, where they are, what's going on. It's like, don't let this if you like this person, don't let this conversation go on or this connection go and then let them slip away, because they will slip away here. You've got cards here of challenge and almost like meeting a brick wall, but the Devil card over there is like attach, connect, continue to find out, to me. Not in a very creepy way, but more in a way of be clever with regards to what you want to happen next. So pile number 3, to sum up very quickly, you're going to find somebody who's going to jingle your bells, who is funny, fun to be with, exciting, makes you want to talk a lot, makes you want to express yourself, makes you want to laugh, makes you want to confess or to discuss something that you both have in common. There's a feeling here that this person's job has got something to do with either creativity and control, and you'd have to move that around in different ways, which one comes first. There's a feeling here as well, once this person has left your side, make sure if you want to see them again that you know their name, at least their full name, or you exchange some sort of information, because this person could very easily slip out. It feels short, it feels like a short connection. Somebody you meet on the way to the bar even, or somebody that you meet passing while you're shopping and you are just chatting and it feels nice and it feels easy and fun, and then you're wondering, it's like, oh, you leave because you've got here the 9 of Cups, feeling that was great, who was that? So be clever with the Devil card there with regards to, if you want to see this person again, make sure that you have some roads or inlet or inway or leeway to get there. Yeah, whatever that is. I'm going to leave you there, pile number 2. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye. Okay, this has got a very straightforward feel to it, but not in the same way as pile number 1. Because you've got the Moon card here and Mercury card here, and they're the smaller inner planets, the thoughts that are going through my head, when you get charts, did I put the 3rd card out? Yeah. When you get charts that don't have what I would say is, I may be wrong in this, but to be honest, I don't think I am. But oftentimes I am proven wrong, that don't have big contacts to outer planets. You tend to get somebody who is very much in the now, doesn't really, and I think in terms of handwriting, we're very much somebody whose like central zone is quite dominant. You don't have like big bottom zone or a high upper zone. It's like somebody who's very much in the everyday. So it would be interesting if you get hold of their handwriting, if you know this person that's going to jingle your bells. It feels like they don't overthink things. They aren't particularly over passionate, but they're very straight. They have got a strong personality, they're direct and they are warm, and they're very much involved in life. Somebody who's out a lot, somebody who socialises a lot, somebody who likes people, somebody who likes to communicate, and somebody who's not hiding anything. This is like somebody who enjoys life, is straight up, never thinks of life. The afterlife, I was going to say there. It's like, well, what's the point? It's like, I'm here now, I'm doing the best I can and I'm having fun. This person works hard. This person sees, I guess, love and sex as a part of everyday life and nothing more. It hasn't got that sort of plutonic feel behind it of somebody who obsesses about sex or obsesses about relationships. It's like somebody, if they find a good person, they're going to run with it. Very, very straightforward, and a strong personality. If you started talking to them about things that were otherworldly, this person wouldn't know what you're talking about. This person's not interested. They're interested in what's in front of their face. So let me see. Well, so why are you attracted to this person? Because they make sense. You've got the strength card of the Son of Swords. How this person flirts, or how they connect with you, or why they do actually jingle your bells, is because there's no pretense. They are warm, they are kind, they enjoy life. And they're there in front of you at that moment, and it just is what it is. If you've got Virgo, Leo in you, this is your pile. This is a type of person, it may not sound like it the way I'm describing it, but it's a type of person who could really grow on you. If you like more drama, or if you like, I'm not saying you do, but if you like drama, or you like things to be complicated, or you like passion, or you like darkness, this is not your pile. This is somebody who wants to live life straight, open, direct, and to make the most of it before you're not here anymore. It doesn't have a feeling here of anybody who's attracted to you already. It's like somebody you meet, and if they are attracted to you, it's like they don't overthink it until you're in front of them. You know, you get people who, in relationships, if you have a contact with them, or if somebody has contact with them, they talk about it a lot afterwards because they want to replicate it, or they want to, they're thinking about it, which is quite common. And then you get people that don't do that. This is the don't do it pile, which I don't know whether it will depend on your personality, whether you find this attractive, but I can tell you why you should find this person attractive. From what I can see here, it's that they're witty, they're clever, they can communicate well, they can make you laugh. They're somebody that can twist events to make life look like it's it's probably their straightness and their ability to see life as it is that is actually quite funny. They are warm, and they are here and in the now, and they will make the best of every moment. They will make the night fun, or the next day fun, and they will, once you're gone, they'll be gone. It's not ties that bind. This is more fun to be had. Okay, let's go a little bit further into this. Let's put one more card out on here. I'm asking, really, how does this person flirt? Because this isn't really, although they're playful, I'm trying to think, well, how would they flirt here? You've got the Six of Swords. This person may actually spin a yarn or take you on a journey. They may be a good storyteller. It's like somebody that may be able to tell a joke all the way through, to build it up and actually get to the end without, I was going to say something really rude then, but popping their cork, or, popping the punchline out too quickly. You can see where that would have gone. This is somebody who just is. And if I could guess signs behind here with this feeling, it's got Mercury there. So I'm more likely to go towards Virgo, to be honest, than Gemini, because Gemini can tend to be a little bit more playful with their thoughts. Then with projecting forward, maybe. I don't know. I think that may be wrong, but take either. Then to be honest, I'm not sure here, but there is definitely Leo in here, and there's a strong feeling of what I guess is Sagittarius here as well. I'm not even looking at the cards here. It could be Aries as well with fire. Okay, I'm going to stick with Leo, Aries, and a Mercury sign, Virgo, Gemini. And somebody that likes to tell a good story, and is playful and fun and interesting. but I can feel underneath here, I don't know what it is, a coolness. So I don't know whether this is going to be, I don't actually think it is. I don't think this person's going to jingle your bells. It's out of interest rather than a passionate encounter. Right, let me see where this is going to go. Actually, let me see what their job possibly could be. Might give you more of a... This person could be in the entertainment business. You've got the Four of Swords here and the Ten of Pentacles. So the Four of Swords is lying low, which makes me think of beds. You've got the Ten of Pentacles here, which is all the meals set out. I'll show you the cards. So this person could be in hospitality. Yeah, hospitality. What else would you get with those two with regards to jobs? The Four of Swords, they could be unemployed. Four of Swords there, they could be between jobs. The Ten of Pentacles there, quite a stable person who's in between jobs maybe. Ten of Pentacles, they could be in property development, they could be in finances, they could be a banker, they could be a sleeping partner in something. I don't know what that means, but money and the sleeping bit. So I don't really know, to be honest. I always think that's difficult. So I don't know if you can think here. Ten of Pentacles is something normally that's stable. It's like an accumulation of money. With the picture here, if you use the picture, there's a feeling of celebration. There's a feeling here of food. So there could be a chef. With the Four of Swords, there could be something that they could even write about everyday things. They could even be like a YouTuber or work in the media. Yeah, well, that's what I've got. I know that probably won't be right, but that's what I've got. Maybe you can help me with that one there. Now, where will it go after the meeting? Okay, I think that initially, I don't think, when you're with this person, it feels like you're not sure. So with regards to jingling your bells, I think that may be going on afterwards. You've got the Star card, you've got the King of Swords here, has got an Aquarius feel about it as well. Maybe this person, the situation may grow on you. So this is like a bit of a tiny sleigh bell rather than a big ding dong to me. It's like, to me, this is what it feels like. It feels like you communicate with somebody and they're interesting. They're an interesting person. There may not even be that physical attraction to begin with, but it's like somebody that you remember. You may actually, this is more like an everyday scenario, which is the feel behind the whole spread anyway, where you just meet somebody and you think, okay, interesting job, interesting person, great stories, easy to communicate. And then this person comes back into your life later on and the situation grows, whether it's romantic. I would tend to think not, to be honest. This person jingling your bells is more likely to be like a work opportunity or a partnership or just somebody who inspires you, which is probably, when people are looking at these reasons, is not what you're looking for, but it's a strong feeling under here of it not being sexual or not being based on attraction but based on interest. And yeah, it's something else behind this. It's like somebody sets you off in a work direction or sets you off with regards to curiosity, inspires you in some way. It's somebody who can talk, who can tell stories and grabs your imagination and you want to do something. It stimulates you mentally, this person. So they jingle your bells in a different way than probably intended, but probably in a more intriguing way. It's like they set you rolling on something. This person's quite passionate about being in the here and now. There's like strong fire cards here, but an underlay of don't talk to me about UFOs. Don't talk to me about tarot. Don't talk to me about astrology. Don't project relationships onto me. It's like, if it's in front of me, it's there. But with regards to something that I can't see, I'm not interested, but I'm very passionate about the now. So they may be different from, if we're watching tarot, we're doing astrology, they may be very different from your personality. If that, I don't know which way you go, but it may be the balance that is where the sweet spot lies in this one. this person could really get you going on a track that makes something out of ideas. Not what I was expecting, but that's what I've got. I'm going to leave that there, pile number 3. I wish you all the best with what's coming up. And I'm interested, to be honest, where this is going to go. But when I pack away, I'm just going to say goodbye and chat to you about this, because it has a feeling of somebody who like wears orange, or because there's orange in here, but to be honest, I know this type of feeling and they tend to wear orange. It's somebody who inspires you, who has that we can get this to work feeling, that sacral chakra, let's get moving, let's stop talking, let's make, let's do, let's be. So I think this person's going to be an inspiration to you that jingles your bells, jingles in a different way than you would normally get in a love reading, because this is no love reading, this is something else, and it's just as good. I'm going to leave you there. Thank you very much for sharing your time with me. Bye.